Hello, hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I am Schloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. Sitting at 1961, hoping to break into the 2000s with a couple of wins. Let's jump into it. Whoo, sits 910. Alright, what else is on the board? There's a lot of wheat and ore to be had here. 8-4-11 isn't great, but probably 5-9-10 gets taken. Alright, so there's a lot to look at here. Obviously, the sits 9-10 is the best source of brick. They would want to pair it with the 5-9-10. What does the 5-9-10 pair with? Nothing all that well, huh? It's nothing like superb. Yeah. 8-5-3 into the wheat port. Just feels not amazing. It's not very much wood to work with. And then we have to, we don't have sheep. Huh. And 5-8-10 OWS is pretty hard on this board. It just needs the wood and the sheep, and there's no way of keeping them off it. Yeah, this is gonna be a rough one. I don't know about our chances here. Yeah, I guess we'll just have to run this into, I mean, they go 5-9-10, or even just 4-5-3. Building onto the 3 of sheep. Yeah, I guess we'll just take this and then try to hit the 4-5-3 if they take the 5-9-10. But this doesn't look very good for us. Hopefully we get some fast cities and the ore port does its work. Does its job, but I don't know. Kind of a rough one. I'm not sure what the best pick was here. I don't know. Is it just 4-3-11? Start with such little production, but you get the starter sheep and then build onto the 8-10-11? Maybe. I don't know. We did an early 11, which is nice. And we can block them. I guess on this, the city is just too strong, right? I want to hit their 9 to stop them from building, but the double ore is just insane this early. Yeah, we gotta keep that suppressed. Yeah, we're probably going here to double up the 5. That's a city of our own. Yeah, I'll just take it here on the big thing. Nice. We still have to 4-for-1 for this sheep as well. Take it here. Alright, so the cities did come pretty fast, but this is where we kind of peter out and just lose steam. I don't know. We might... That's a costly 7 out as well. I was about to say we might get some traction when we road settle onto there and pick up some sheep. But the 7 out, hey, we do get it back at least. That's something. I guess I'm dropping this road. We need this spot in order to win the game, and I already had 1 brick stolen out of my hand. We are getting some sits blots off. But I kind of wanted that knight to just stay there. We'll hit this. It stops the settles and the devs, but unfortunate. Okay. Let's not have another 7 out.
Hello, hello. Editor Schloop here. As you might have been able to tell, my voice suddenly went out. The audio for this section, for the rest of this game, completely lost. It just stopped recording. The game audio is still there, but unfortunately my commentary is no longer. And right as things are getting good, this dramatic twist, the monopoly into the huge plow that cuts us off of the rest of the sheep. I am super, super sick, but as you can tell by my voice, so I'm sorry that the audio and commentary from here on out is going to be kind of rough and gross, but this is going to be a super fun game. I rest assured, this is the only reason that I am post-commentating while sick, with my voice all raspy and terrible, is because I wanted to bring you the rest of this game. So bear with me here, but I'm hoping it'll be fun. Without further ado, let's get back into the game. So the opponent hits us with a GG. I'm a little salty after that, so I just mute him. The preemptive GG is always something, though. Just assuming that you've won on the spot. Now, that is certainly a game-changing plow. It will be very hard to come back from this. It has cut off our primary source of sheep. We no longer have the 3 of wood to supplement our weak 11. He now has a commanding control of the 5, which is like our secondary wheat source. I wanted to have the majority of that 5 so that if our 8 gets blocked up in the corner there, we still have a strong secondary ore source that outproduces his. You know, the idea is that he blots the 8, we blot the 6, and then whoever has more of the 5 kind of comes out ahead. So things are looking pretty rough. I've still got no sheep. I am building very slowly to it, and he just got down his first city, which is horribly bad news for us. I decided to block on the 9. I've gotten a lot of sits blots already at this point, and I just want him to stop picking up expansion spots. I want to slow down his ability to get to a port, because now he's got the production. He's got the 492 just hanging open, and I want to make sure that he can't funnel all of that into useful things. I'm going to go ahead and make the 4-for-1. It's gross but necessary. I am now on some sheep, however little sheep that may be. But the 11s have been extraordinarily helpful, and they'll let me get to that ore port. Because, if anything, I'm swimming in ore. Speak of the devil. Another 8 roll, 2 wheat, 2 ore. Throw down that city. Painful 4 block. But the 5 kicks in. And they've got plenty of ore themselves. But now, with those lucky 3s, we are producing some sheep, and we can at least stay relevant in the dev race. I think of porting my ore for a brick, possibly, to get down onto the port. I decide to just pop a dev instead, get the knight in hand, unblock that source of brick, so that hopefully the settle comes easier, and I'm not making those terrible 4-for-1 trades anymore. He's able to expand across the map. Cutting across the center there, I mean, we were never, like, in contention for road with their much superior road building, but that pretty much secures it. I don't see a way in which we'll be able to take it from them. We do still get the 3. It's not a very good, like, city quality settle spot like the 4-5-3 would have been. So our wood is still a little lacking. And they get an 8 block off, which would have really helped us run ahead there with some extra devs now that the ore port is up and active. But a lucky 7 gets us back into things. And I'm just going full-on settle mode. I want to get onto more ore. I want to take the spot away from them. I want to improve my sheep. You never know when the 12 will kick in. And I've been deprived of settles this whole game. In this moment, I actually remember this moment. I get a little wishy-washy, and I ported, I think, a bit too quickly for the sheep there. I realize, oh, road settle. I can just get onto the 11-12. It's a port. It's another settle spot. It takes away the wood port from them, which is the main thing. They produce a lot of it, and I didn't want them to have it. But I had second thoughts where I realized, oh, maybe I should have, like, held out a little more and just gotten a few more roads in hand and gone to the wheat port. I don't know. I think taking away the wood port, even though it's not the greatest for me, taking it away from them is worth the effort, and I can get to the wheat port later. I was just a little worried about, roads are hard to come by, so I didn't want to waste them unnecessarily. I'm continuing to hit the 9. I want to suppress their ability to get to a port. It's the same as before. They ran up to the 9-12 instead of just getting onto the 3-1, and I can't quite agree with that. I think they were making a run for the wood port, so that kind of reinforces the decision to build there. Still hitting that 9. Consistency is key, I suppose. And these 11s have really come through for us. They've done a tremendous job of upping our road game, and now that they're in coordination, the roads, we don't have to like wait on the 4 and then a 3 or an 11. With the resources just standing in our hand, we're able to use them immediately. And I'm just going to swallow up this 8 completely, and now we've got plenty of wood on this settle. 10, 11, 3, we're good. We're swimming in it. Enough for our purposes, at least. And the wood port becomes a little more relevant. And the interesting thing, they haven't connected. So when the race has become this close, there's a good shot of me taking road, especially when these 3s just keep pouring in. I'm wishing I had something more. I'm wishing I had a port that was a little less specific here, you know, so I could do anything but 4 for 1 these sheep. The VP is phenomenal, and at this point, if I can take army and road, I mean, I'm gonna win. The rolls are pouring in. I'm grabbing knights like crazy. There's no way he can hold on to army. He's got 2 non-knights in hand. He's at 13 with 10 cards, which is scary, but I'm snagging more VPs, and the 7 out hits. It is gonna be so hard. And I unmuted. I was a little petty there. I wanted the reaction on the win. When people call GG early, it just gets to me a little bit, because you never know. You never know how the game is gonna turn around. And turn around it did. That happened so fast. From like no hope to those 3s popping off, and we just surged ahead. That is a prime lesson to never give up. Never resign, even if the game seems hopeless. You know, I was playing Orweed sheep with no sheep, but the dice rolled. Our settlements were strong. We got those fast cities in the early game, and then we had some luck with the coordinated 11s, for sure. Undeniable luck in the late game there. So that's just a life lesson to never give up too early. Always stick it out, and you might get some unexpected wins. Alright, on to the next one. Okay, so there are a couple of hot spots for the wheat, but there's not a whole lot of brick on this board. And pointing up gets us into more wheat and ore. The ore itself is kind of trash, but it's certainly not hard to get wood ore on the way back, which strengthens my confidence in this build. The sits 9-5 obviously is there, but the brick ore options are a lot less enticing, huh? And there's a really good shot that we get like the dual 5s if they take that. 5, 8, 4. I like it. Let's run it. And the best thing about this is that like our brick builds into secondary brick, and that our wood builds into secondary wood. And hopefully we'll be able to like wrap around one of these ore spots. 9, 5, 10 if we have to. Good proximity to the 3-1 and building down into the ore. But I'm assuming if we have to take that, it's just like they took something like this. But okay, so they take that away from us. That's fine. They only have the 3 of brick to work with. I mean, do I just take the 5, 6, 9 and kill them on production? We build into here. And then this takes away that spot. They have the coordinated they have the coordinated 8s, coordinated 4s. I could take this into here, but do we like build all the way up there in time? You know, I'm just gonna take this into the wood port because I feel like we intersect the board here, which gives us road. They have a strong chance at army, but then like we just sort of build into all of this.
depending on how fast they can get there. Yeah. Let's get on to this 11 just so that we can get every ounce of ore possible. And also, like, it'll give us, with the extra brick, and we have the 1 wood in hand, so like a couple of 5s and then a 3, and maybe we can take this if the 3 comes on our turn when they've been waiting for it. And I'll 4-for-1 the sheep. That is the issue. Okay, so they get the settle down. But now the 7s work for us too, so I'll take it. And if we can just hit this 4, yeah. And slow them down as much as possible. Honestly, I don't even mind the pop, because yeah, if we get a knight and then we can just suppress this 4, then we're working with the same amount of ore. And then we just have better road building. I'm wondering if I even just come into this 3-to-1 because of the sheer amount of sheep that we produce instead of the wood port, because we've got enough wheat. Yeah, let's just do that. And then everything else compensates for our lack of ore. And we can even like splinter into the wood port in the later game and wrap around this tile if we need to, but I don't think that road is going to be an issue. Alright, that's what the knight is for. Hopefully we can roll a 5 after this and kind of get cooking. Okay, experiencing some lag here. Sorry, the 4 is a fantastic roll. Oi, yeah, let's get another dev. Refresh that knight, hopefully. Beautiful. Okay. There we go. They don't have, like, any brick, right? And I don't know that they can 4-for-1 it to backtrack into here. I'd hate to 7 out here. It'd be pretty silly. Let's just drop the road. Press our luck a bit. There's the 3! Oh no. Can they cut us off? It delays their settle if they do. Yeah. But that's such a strong port. That's really unfortunate. I would have 4-for-1 this. I can't believe they got the 3 on the 1 turn it mattered. Again, it slows down their next settle though, so it is what it is. I guess, yeah, we're gonna kind of change course here and get into this wood and just focus on the wood port. I'll just hold here. I don't know. I could 4-for-1 the sheep for the settle, but alright, now I will. But I kind of wanted to just save it for an ore. I sort of still do. But here, now we've got double wood, double brick. There we go. And we're just going to keep this thing blocked the whole game. We need to get onto a port to help us get that city up. Thankfully he does not steal it, but he does pop a dev, so I might even like pop my own here with the little bit of ore that we got. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. And drop this into the wood port so that we can get a city up. The 2 non-knights is pretty wild. Yeah, hopefully they won't be able to steal anything of, like, importance on the mono. Alright, so they're on a 3-to-1. That significantly improves their chances. I'm going to 4-for-1 this for the ore. Because, again, the city is the #1 priority here. Yeah, and with just a 9 or a 5... let's hit this for their 3-to-1. It's risky, but I just rolled the 7 and I'm going to hold here. There we go, because that's the city. Perfect. And we'll just throw it onto the 6-9-5. And we'll put it back on the 4 where it belongs. Great, now we just start building into here, either to pick up more wood for the mighty woodport. That hurts. See, this 3-to-1 would have been killer. I mean, 2 non-knights. Yeah, since they just bought one. Really makes me think that they might have a road builder. So I'll hold off here. We can always swerve into the brickport as well. 3 non-knights is wild. Yeah, we're just going to keep holding out. I mean, if they mono the sheep, that's kind of whatever, right? And I wouldn't mind safety roads in here. There's kind of a lot that we need to do at this moment. They're going to get up their own city. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop this. The 7-out's pretty bad. They could absolutely have road builder. But I was hoping they wouldn't get the settle on this turn. Okay, we're good. Back onto the 4. Still lamenting that we don't have a 3-to-1. But this'll help solve some of those issues. Man, the 10s have been popping off this game. Okay. Now our port is fully up and operational and running in overtime. Let's go. Now we just start popping devs. Very, very fortunate that they got a bit slowed down and derailed with some non-knights in the beginning. Because now we just hammer this 4. Pick up a wood, which is amazing. It lets us pop twice. It's also the city, if we were to choose to take it. A city on this 9-6-3 feels pretty good. Oh, that's the resign. Okay. I guess it didn't matter either way. Yeah, so they had a couple of early VPs. What else did they grab at the end? Just a knight, but they... I don't know. I mean, there's probably a chance where I city and then they get the knight and then I'm really hard to block, aren't I? Yeah, writing was probably on the wall. All right, excellent outcome. The dice are pretty choppy, kind of all over the place. Yeah, the 10s really went. The 5s were my savior with the coordinated roads. But I mean, that's kind of the power of the coordination, right? Just actionable turns. Whoo! We did not get blocked out of a single resource. That's pretty horrific. Yeah, there were a few 4s, but I think they all went into that stockpile there, just got blocked. We also hit the 8s a few times. Yeah, I mean, we had knight control, but that was just because they pulled the VPs. We got kind of lucky there, but I think our setup was pretty good as well. Yeah, they were able to double road into here, but again, with just the 3... it then took them a while to like reload and get the settle after that. Probably still best to take it away from us, but I mean, this 8-5-10 was just a killer starting spot. It gave us a bunch of outs and was really, really a phenomenal first pick. All right, good game, good game. Sorry about the technical difficulties in the previous one. Hope the post-commentary thing went okay. I thought it'd be a little fun to try something different. But yeah. Hope you enjoyed those games. A couple of wins, can't complain. We are sitting on the precipice of 2,000. Very excited for the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever you may be. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.